Hey everyone, Kevin Newsom coming to you from Houston, Texas, wishing you well on this late November day. The question on the minds of sports fans across the state of Texas, is it time for Urban Renewal in Austin? Coming off the heels of Texas's 23-20 loss to Iowa State in Austin, the hot seat that Tom Herman was sitting in has gotten incredibly hotter. And in fact, most Texas fans have said, enough's enough. We've had enough of the Tom Herman era in Austin. Now, before we get into the more emotional side of this argument, and then who the likely replacement for Coach Herman will be, first let's take a look at Coach Herman's record. Since arriving in Austin in 2017, Coach Herman's record is 30-18, and that's a 63% winning percentage. Most notably, he is 1-4 against Oklahoma, 0-4 against TCU, 2-2 against Oklahoma State, and 2-2 against Iowa State University. Since his time of arrival, Texas has not won a Big 12 championship, although they did play for a Big 12 title in 2018. Obviously, these numbers aren't going to get it done, especially not in a place like Austin that is literally starving for wins. So, from all appearances, this should be the end of Tom Herman's reign in Austin. On top of that record, on top of those objective facts, we have what truly was a nightmarish beginning to this season, the 2020 season for Coach Herman. Some of the comments he made in the offseason in June of 2020, directing ire towards UT football fans, and in kind of a backhanded way, accusing Texas football fans of being responsible for various social ills. Many people believe that was the final nail in the coffin for Coach Herman. And this mediocre season so far of 5-3 really was the hammer that drove that nail into place. So the big question is, who does Texas get to replace him? You ask 100 people that question, 95 of them are going to say Urban Meyer. Why is that? Well, number one, Urban Meyer is a proven winner. He's won national championships both at the University of Florida and Ohio State University. Number two, he's been out of coaching for a few years now and allegedly is ready to get back in the game. Also, allegedly, he has stated that he would be open to coming back for only 3 schools: USC, Notre Dame, and Texas. Texas also has the money and the recruiting power to give Coach Meyer what he needs to win. There is certainly no lack of talent in the state of Texas for any coach to draw from. And we've had a recent coach who has won it all, Coach Mack Brown. So there's no shortage of money. There's no shortage of talent. And even after the decade of disappointments for Texas Longhorns football, UT still remains one of the top jobs in the industry. So why then give the job to Urban Meyer? Why not go with one of the several other candidates out there who would probably cost a lot less money? And my response to that question would be this: Texas needs a proven winner. The University of Texas needs a proven winner at the helm. The last 2 hires, while they had a lot of upside coming from programs like Louisville and the University of Houston, did not have a track record of winning it all. And even more importantly, they did not have a track record of winning at a big-time university. Love it or hate it, the University of Texas brings with it certain pressures and stressors that you're not going to get at Louisville or the University of Houston. And we need a coach who has been at a big-time program, who has dealt with all the problems and stressors and pressures of running that program and being successful. And at this point, there's only one candidate out there who matches that criteria perfectly. And that's Urban Meyer. So right now, Texas again at a crossroads for the third time in a decade. And this hire, quite honestly, is going to be much, much more important than any hire we've had since 1997. This program truly is at a crossroads. And the only person who is qualified to handle this job is Urban Meyer. So we'll see what happens. Allegedly, Coach Herman will be out on or around December 1st when his buyout figure shrinks significantly. So be on the lookout around December 1st for an announcement coming out of Austin that Tom Herman is no longer the UT football coach, and hopefully another announcement shortly thereafter, which confirms that, yes, indeed, it is time for urban renewal in Austin. This is Kevin Newsom coming to you from Houston, Texas, wishing you well whenever and wherever you're at, saying God bless each and every one of you. Texas fight.